shout out to all the audience for your feedback and your response. We aim to please. But a bigger shout out to our guest in studio that's making this program a resounding success. Today in studio, I have Rahilla, Adroos, shoe designer, landscape enthusiast, and mom to 4 amazing boys. The baby is diagnosed with Down syndrome. With us also is Shazia Abdoola Omar, an accountant, emotional therapist, Afia healer, and mom to 2 special needs kids. Jazakallah so much, ladies, for being with us here in studio. Being a mom is one of the greatest challenges but most rewarding of all. And I'm sure for you too, and moms that are in the same position, the rewards are amplified. This is one of the more difficult topics and the more emotional topics, but I really, really value your effort and your encouragement to come in here to studio to address our viewers.
Thank you for having us.
Jazakallah so much.
Thank you,
Rahilla.
Zakira, for giving us the opportunity to give other parents with special needs hope.
It's only a pleasure. So, Rahilla, what can you tell us? How do you cope? I mean, you've got a long list of hobbies and creativeness. So, how do you cope? Tell us.
I'd say the most important thing is to treat a special needs child as normal as possible. I've got 4 kids. The baby is special needs, so the other 3 are amazing. They help a lot with him, and they're very, very loving. We just do everything that we do with the other 3, we do with him as well. We give him a lot of encouragement. And of course, as a mom, you have to feel, you have to have something for yourself. So you have to have hobbies. If you don't have something that you do, that you like, you'll drown. You'll absolutely drown.
Okay, so how do you make the time? Where do you get the time?
Well, I'm a fashion designer, so when I go sew, I include him in it. I bring him into the studio and I give him beads to play with. So that's also very good because he's very tactile sensitive.
Okay.
So it's play therapy at the same time.
Wow, okay.
So I include him in everything that I do, and I speak to him and I show him what I'm doing so he understands as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps a lot. That helps a lot.
Okay.
Frontline Hyper, 2.5 dozen large eggs, $29.99. Moy Drift Milk, 2 liter full cream low fat, $16.99. Moy Drift Milk sachets, 1 liter, $5.99. Ribbon white bread, $9.99. I&J light and crispy fish, 500 grams, $49.99. Nutriday smooth yogurt, 6 by 100 grams, 2 for 25 rand. Frontline Hyper, you deserve better.
Shazia, what can you add? You've got 2 kids.
Yes.
Are they your only 2 kids?
Yeah, I have only 2 special kids.
Okay, so tell us, how do you go about your day and how do you include your kids in things that, in your Afia healing, in your therapeutic...
Yes, actually it's because of them that I actually learned the Afia healing and the emotional healing. So I do it for them, and in that way I can help other parents too. And also with my causes that I've done. So if it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't have actually even learned it.
Then you would still be an accountant.
I would still just be an accountant, and life would just be not interesting and wouldn't have been as full as it is.
So just give us more insight on a day in the life of a special mom.
I think only mums that have special kids would know what actually it is to have a special child. But we also treat them as normal as possible. They do normal schooling, they do everything normal kids do. And we don't exclude them from anything.
That's the key. You have your good days and you have your bad days.
Okay, Rahilla, what's your greatest challenge with your little one?
He's almost 4 and he can't talk.
Okay.
So I have to speak. His name is Ahyan. I have to speak Ahyan. So I always say, when he says something...
Okay, that's a goosebump moment. I have to speak Ayan. Okay, tell us more about that.
He has very interesting words that he uses, and I've got to guess what it is. And we have fun actually playing games, guessing what he's saying.
Right.
And the kids get involved, my husband gets involved, and Yeah, my greatest challenge, I actually wouldn't say it's a challenge, honestly. I'd say it's such an amazing opportunity. It's so, so, so beautiful to have someone so loving, because that's what they are. Shazia will concur with me. They're the most loving kids.
Amazing.
They give you a lot of
Yeah,
love.
they bring a new dimension to your home, to your family, to your everyday life. They look at things so differently. Just a little joke I was telling Shazia, we went away for a few days, and the other day Ahyan dropped popcorn. So my husband said, "Who dropped popcorn?" So Ahyan darted and he threw himself on the couch and he made as if he's sleeping and he started to snore.
Oh my gosh.
So cute.
Okay, so you have fun in
Yes.
rearing a special needs child.
You do.
Absolutely. So, what's your greatest challenge,
My
Shazia?
greatest challenge is the small one, her communication. She can't also talk, so she can't tell us what she wants.
Okay, so how do you go about it?
So we just guess, and then now we've made little boards for her, yes and no. So she likes to look with her eyes instead of pointing to yes and no.
All right.
So now we actually have made boards for her, and that's how we're communicating.
So it's a big deciphering game, I guess.
Yes, it's
Wow.
a game, and she laughs, and then she like looks up because she doesn't want to give us the answer because she's got a lot of humor.
Okay.
So
You two ladies, I like I said, it's one of the most difficult topics or emotional topics, but you guys look really pleasant and not intimidated and not sad and no regrets and all. Tell me what is the key? How do you do this? How do you come here all dressed in smiles and so positive? How do you do it?
You never given more than you can bear. Never.
Wow.
So you have to believe that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to believe that you're not special. They're the ones that are special.
Okay.
And somebody taught me that, a lot of people used to say, "Oh, wow, it's so amazing, you're so special." And then a lady that actually has a special needs kid said to me, "You're not special. The child is special. You've been given this gift to see how you're going to pass your test."
Cool. Yes.
Yeah, this is my test.
Okay.
This is not my son's test or Shazia's daughter's test. This is my test.
Okay.
So I have got to treat him with the utmost love, kindness, respect. That's what I'm being judged on.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to be the best version of me for him.
For him.
Yeah.
Does he pick up when you're having a bad day?
Yes, he does. He absolutely does. We also play this game where we kind of like do that, and then he comes immediately and he says sorry, and then he hits the next one.
Okay.
So he's very empathetic,
Mm-hmm.
very, very empathetic.
Okay.
The Down syndrome kids, and I don't know if all special needs kids, but I know specifically Down syndrome kids. Like I said, they're textile sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't really like fur, and they don't touch animals and that.
All right.
So we got a cat,
Okay.
and I watched how he progressed from not wanting to go near the cat and from making funny faces to all of a sudden loving the cat so much that when the cat got bumped,
Mm-hmm.
we went looking for him,
Mm-hmm.
Ahyan,
Right.
and we found him where the cat used to sleep. He got into the cat's bed, he covered himself with the blanket,
Mhm.
and that's where we found him.
Oh
It was
my gosh.
the saddest, most beautiful thing.
So you have magical moments.
You do.
Definitely.
absolutely.
Frontline Hyper 2.5 dozen large eggs $29.99. Moydrift milk 2 liter full cream low fat $16.99. Moydrift milk sachets 1 liter $5.99. Blue ribbon white bread $9.99. I&J light and crispy fish 500 grams $49.99. Nutri-Ray smooth yogurt 6 by 100 grams 2 for 25 rand. Frontline Hyper, you deserve better.
Shazia, what can you tell me? Okay, you have 2 kids. Do they have the same condition?
no, my kids cannot walk and talk,
Okay.
but they use electric wheelchairs to get around, and they have a computer to communicate. The first one, the second one, we use boards for now. She's still getting there, but
Okay.
they're amazing. They're just so intelligent, and they can just fill your day with so much of love. All they want is love,
Okay.
and acceptance.
No, obviously. So your greatest challenge? You have two. Your greatest challenge and your, if not your greatest challenge, then your proudest moment.
My proudest moment is my big daughter is a motivational speaker now.
Wow.
At all universities worldwide. Also, she was been to Australia, and she's been able to tell others like her that there's hope. If you're in the wheelchair, it doesn't matter. You can still talk. You can still live a normal life. You can still do normal schooling and do everything other kids do.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That is spectacular.
That's beautiful.
Do you, between the two, do you see vast differences, or is the elder one a motivation for the younger
Yes,
one?
I see big differences.
Okay.
The smaller one is actually learning from the bigger one. And like other brothers and siblings,
Yes.
they are different.
Okay.
We always try to compare them, but then I saw it's causing a lot of, like what our other normal
Yes, obviously you
families
can't.
go through. You can't, and each one has their own
They own,
personality.
definitely.
But by having the second one, it's really changed my life.
How so?
I've learned to do all the courses, which I didn't do with the first one.
Okay.
And I've learned Quran for 4 years, the meaning, which if she didn't come along, I don't think I would have went that route.
MashaAllah.
So I have a lot of things to be thankful for getting them and for having them in our lives. They've filled our lives, all the gaps in our life.
Wow.
Without them, it was just normal family, normal accounting, no people we met, no causes, no one we helped. They actually given us opportunities to open our road to Jannah.
Ameen, Summa Ameen. Rahilla,
Yes.
after having three kids, was this a major adjustment? Or
I wouldn't say, okay, obviously when we had Ahyan, we didn't know much about Down syndrome, so we had to learn. But from the onset, we were both very hopeful. And both of us, my husband and I, our mindset was be as normal as possible. You know, throw him in with the boys, let him do everything they do. Be more loving, be more kind, be more considerate with him.
right?
But let him be a child. So we don't treat him special. Per se. We're just much more loving with him. And obviously we're more sensitive if, you know, if people, although I must say people are amazing and nobody's been mean, or you do, I mean, I have heard of stories.
Yes.
But alhamdulillah, we haven't had that experience yet. I hope we don't.
No, inshallah, definitely not. I think after having you two today in studio, the viewers out there, I mean, they're going to be more open and more receptive towards special needs kids and towards special need mummies. I really am. I'm in awe to be in your company today. I've learned so much. I found a quote, a very beautiful quote. I'm just going to read it out to the audience. A diagnosis can't predict the extraordinary love you will have for your child. And I think that you two are the epitome of that quote. I'm going to call it a wrap. Final words, Rahilla?
If you have a special needs child, or if you come across a special needs child, just be as loving as you can be. And the most important thing is do something for yourself. You have to still have interests. In order to be happy and a good mom, you've got to have interests, your own. That's what I have to say.
Shazia, final words.
I think life doesn't end by having special needs kids. Life only starts when you have special kids.
You ladies have just given me quotes to write in my new book. I'm going to call it a wrap. Catch us next week on Lodium Today, when we will be discussing the yays and nays of helicopter parenting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.